Well, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing okay. We're just going to go for a quick wander around the Dalmore Circular. So we're on the cycle path, the Jubilee cycle path at the moment. So which is next to their new school, new academy. So let's go. So I hope you're doing okay, guys. It's not a bad day here today, and after all the snow and ice that we've had over a couple of weeks, about a week, and yeah, so it's nice to see the black ground again, because it's in some places it was just treacherous to walk. So yeah, it's starting to brighten up a wee bit. Still a bit cloudy, but at least it's dry for the time being anyway. So yeah, I hope you guys are okay, and if not, I hope you feel better soon. And you know, it's there's been a lot of bugs going about, sickness bugs and flu bugs, and COVID's on the rise again, and you know, it's just the time of year, you know. But they're suggesting that we wear masks in shops again, or in public transport, just to suppress all the bugs that are going about. So, which I will definitely be doing next winter. Having two bouts of the sickness bug with just weeks apart, it's not nice, you know. So I will be wearing a mask during the winter months, just to protect myself and the rest of the people in my house. So yes, just a quick waddle, quick blather, nothing special. I met somebody stopped me yesterday, and he says that he likes the style of videos that I do, so I appreciate his comments and I thank you for them. And you know, he has a YouTube channel also. His name is George Gaister. So yeah, but he does different videos from me, but you know, he's still looking at the local area. So I can't believe that I've lasted this long, lasted a year of doing this, you know, and I've enjoyed every single minute of it, and I thank every single person who's viewed it, who's liked it, who's shared it, who's subscribed to my channel. Without you guys, you know, I wouldn't have the motivation to carry on. So thank you so much for that. So it's trying to get back to normal again after the festive period. I know January and February are slow months for all the shops at the moment, and you know, having to pay bills that are for Christmas and things, you know. So yeah, I heard that it's all the money is tight at the moment for everybody. So that's the path we've just come down. I know it's been a bit just over 2 weeks, I think, from the last video. Again, weather played a part in that, with the snow and the ice. You know, my daughter's school was closed for 4 days, you know, with different things like the snow and heating, and you know, so that played a big part in it. So, but I thought I'd just do a quick walk and blather today, because I'm doing a shift today and tomorrow in the Heritage Centre, so I'll need to get back for that. But next week I don't think I have anything on. Well, the teachers are on strike again next Tuesday, on the 31st, which skippers my plans a wee bit. But hey ho, what can we do? So this is now the road going round by to Dalmore House. There's a few other residents down here that has access to this road. But yeah. But hopefully next week I'll be able to do the video that I was wanting to do for ages. And that's recreating my very first video but in backwards. So we will go around along the Shore Road, up by the Roskeen Cemetery, up by Roskeen Free Church, up by Achnagaran, and down by Mossfield. So, because there's a lot of developments up there that I won't show you, but again that's a video for another time. So I will try and fit that in for you. So it's not too cold here today. It's just, you know, it's just damp. It's just a damp feeling. But it's nice to walk in. It's not too cold. It's not too windy. You know. So let's go into the new houses. It's all different wee schemes down here now, so it's like a wee rabbit run. You know, there's wee streets everywhere. Yeah, it's hard to think a couple of years ago, I mean, that was just all grass field, you know. It's an old building from, I guess, from pre-war time. It's now used for like a stables or whatever for horses, or shelter for horses. It's usually maybe about 2 or 3 horses in this field, but they get moved to other fields periodically, so we might see them, we might not. There's another house getting built there. Now a couple of houses. They're just filing them up anywhere now at the moment. It's just, you know, every spare bit of ground's got a house in it. You know, think of the wildlife that's disturbed. You know, with all the rabbit holes and you know, where all some birds made their nests in the grasses, and you know, just. But I mean, they're putting up all these houses, they're encouraging families to move in, but yet they don't update the schools. You know, the schools are bursting to capacity, bursting at the seams, they're falling apart, but yet they won't update them. So where are these new families, the kids, are meant to go? You know, it's crazy. It really is crazy. Now we have 3 primary schools in Allness: Cool Hill, Bridgend and Bobsdale, but they're bursting, it seems. You know, they can't get teachers, they can't get PSAs, you know. Where are the kids meant to go? You know, I think council really needs to look at updating our primary schools, create more funding for them as well. They rely on fundraising, but shouldn't, you know, they shouldn't rely on that to get their funding, you know. Next month in February edition of the ADT, there's an article in it, well, my article of how I started carol singing for St Dathis School and why I started it and when I started it, and you know, so there's another look at all the new houses that are going up. Alright. So yes, there's an article of why I started it and whatever, so it's an interesting read. It's just a very, very short piece. It's just, you know, I'm not gloating or anything like that. You know, I was asked to write a wee bit with a photo, you know, so it's there if you want to read it. You know, it's, I've written in the article that I've had a few people ask me why I fundraise for a school in Tain and not any of our local schools. Well, the simple answer to that is my girl goes to that school, and I used to volunteer for the school, and they do massive amounts of great work in the school for our kids to sort of like fit in with society. You know, they still do the maths and English and, you know, things like that, but they're also teaching life skills, you know, how to even zip up a jacket, or, you know, put socks on, or, you know, use cutlery and, you know, things like that. So a lot of people don't realise. There's a view of the A9 through the trees. A lot of people don't realise of what they actually do. They think, oh, they just stick them in a corner, they play about all day, which is not true. You know, they talk about boundaries, and, you know, there's a lot of behaviours they need to sort of like deal with, and, you know, they help the parents with that. Puberty and things, you know, normal stuff that all the other kids, like neurotypical kids, get taught in schools, you know, grammar, how to speak properly, you know, manners, things like that, you know. And so grateful to the school, to the new head teacher, all the PSAs, you know, so grateful. I'm so glad that she was accepted into that school. You know, thinking that her school is the furthest north school, and it covers, we've got people from Golspie coming down to the school. It's Golspie and Dornoch. Look at the sun and the trees there, isn't that beautiful? I'm just putting my camera here because there's a few folk coming. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, amazing work. So that's why I support them with all my heart. But again, yes, it's the furthest north school, so we only have 3 special schools. There's German School in Inverness, St Clement's in Dingwall, and St Dathis in Tain. So there's the A9 this morning, looking towards Highland Deep Haven. And there's the sun coming up. So it's a nice morning. The young appeared in there. I always like this bit, you know, it's like a viewpoint bit, but it's not marked in any maps or anything. It's a viewpoint, you know, it's just beautiful. So let's keep going. Oh! So yeah, I think St Clement, sorry, is looking for a new premises for their school, because they're badly needing a new school. They're just, you know, there was no heating at one point, and the kids had to sit with their jackets on. They have to go outside to go to the canteen for lunch, you know, in all weathers, and it wasn't a good situation to be in. So they're finally getting a new school. St Dathas, they're in a temporary accommodation, so they were waiting for the new super school in Tain to be built, which will hold Tain Royal Academy, St Dathas, and the 3 primary schools in Tain. I can't remember their names. So it's only going to be one school, one unit. So hoping for that to be built soon. I'm going to pause you for a minute to have a look at the time. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead. We're just going down here. Just take a leisurely walk. So yeah, they're waiting for that to be built, but they hummed and hawed and didn't know where to put it, and they lost all their funding for the school, so they had to apply for new funding, which they got less funding for. So now the plans are completely different. You know, it's just a mess. But the work has started, so we'll see how long it'll take them. I think completion date is maybe 2024 at some point, I think. We think it could be longer than that, but we'll see. We'll see. So there's the, you can see there's the horses there that I was telling you about. So they're in this field today. I think she moves them about every couple of weeks, I think. This used to be a path going behind Dalmore House, which we used as that was part of the cross-country course when I was in school, but the new owners has blocked it off. And he's put fencing all right round the wood. Every single bit of the wood he's put fencing round, which never was there. But hey ho. Anyway, so that's the road we've just come down. It's nice to hear all the wee birdies singing away when you're out and about. It's nice and calm here. Nice calm day. There's so many different birds tweeting at the same time. It's really nice to hear. It's just a chorus of chirping. So there's this is the garden of Dalmore House, which used to be an eventide home. I don't know if I've told you this, but there's a story about the Dalmore House before it was the eventide home. That somebody stole some treasure or some jewellery or something, and I think was it a butler or something like that stole all the treasure, or jewellery and things like that. I don't know what it was, and he hid it in the banks of the Avon River, but he was seen, so he got arrested. But that story is in the Heritage Centre if you want to find out about it. I'm sure there's an article in Almost Through the Years about it as well, I think. So this is the gates of Dalmore House. Big elaborate gates which never used to be here. Again, the new owner thought he would put them up. Well, they were never shut, should I say. There's like, I think there's a few flats in there, but I think he rents out this house for weddings and Americans. There's an American coming over to get married here at some point. I can't remember when it is or when I heard it was. So that'll be an elaborate wedding. Getting married in a country house. Scottish country house, supposed to be. So there's a few cottages here that I've said before, they've always been here. But again, my channel is not a history lesson. Don't quote me on anything I've said as being gospel. Go and check it out for yourselves. Almost Heritage Centre and Almost Through the Years will have the information for you. So we're just going down. This is the avenue of trees, as I call it, and love this bit. It's a bit muddy, this bit here. That's again with all the snow and the ice melted. So there's another view of the houses going up and our new academy. Which I finally got the chance to be inside, but I was only in the canteen hall for the community carol service before Christmas. So that was nice. So that's behind the high street along there. I mean, as you know, and I've done several videos on it, I was so excited when this new path was open. You could tell my how happy I was by the tone of my voice, because we waited a long time for this new path to go through here. I really missed it. So that's where we just come down. That metal things there is solar panels, and they heat and light the new school, as far as I'm aware. That's one of the new all-weather pitches I think Allness United uses this one. This one here. And the other one the school uses. Or the youth team, I think, uses it as well. So that used to be the Blaze pitch. As I said in previous videos, like used to play hockey in it and just to do athletics on it, and you know, if you fell it was a sore one. It was, you know, many bruises and grazed I got from falling on that stones, like orange stones. And this area used to be our PE complex, you know, and it's strange not to see it, you know, after all these years. You wouldn't think there was anything on that. Same with this. You wouldn't think a school stood here. You know, it's crazy how they've developed it, and you know, but the badly needed to develop it. Badly needed a new school. It was about time. The old school was badly designed, in my opinion. I went to school there in the 80s and it looked like a sieve back then, and it was only built in the 1970s. So not sure if this is going to get developed into something else. I hope no houses go in here. So it would take away the beauty of this bit. So this is where we just come down, especially in the summer when the trees are sort of full leaf. You know, this is my favourite area to come down when it's nice and sunny. Because the way the sun goes through the trees, you know, very photogenic. Okay, so we're up at the footbridge now. And this is even stood the test of time. Well, it's been reinforced, I think, quite a few times, but you know. So we'll just go around this way. And we'll just head up to where we started. So there's a good view of the new school. I'll actually take you around. Wait a minute. I'll take you around this way. So this used to be well, it probably still does, but the buses used to come round here and drop people off here. I think not as many buses come down here now, but we'll take a view. So this area down here, this building here, I think this is a swimming pool. Down this way. Another view of the pictures. I can see all these lights from where I stay. When they're in use, when the youth team is playing. So I think that's the main entrance down there in the corner. This is our community bus, the red one. Allness and District Community Bus So some primary schools use that for take their pupils swimming. That's another view of the bridge. I think Alness badly needs a new one, so I don't know how we're going to get funding for that, because this one is about 16 years old and it's getting, you know, it's wearing thin. It's going in for repair more and more often, unfortunately. We're also running out of bus drivers, so if you're interested in driving the community bus for like a voluntary basis, let the Heritage Centre know, because you need a special licence to drive that. So yeah, if you want to book the community bus, you need to contact the Heritage Centre. Not very sure for the pricing of what the pricing is to hire it. You'll need to ask them. I'm not very sure. I like how these two windows are purple. There's two windows at the corner here. You know, the green and the purple goes nice together. I quite like that. So there's a few mannequins in that window there, so it looks as if they still do sewing. You know, I used to hate sewing when I attended the academy. We'd also done, I don't know if they still do it or not, they used to do secretarial studies, which is big, massive, old typewriters, and you had to learn how to not look at the keys, like, you know, I can't remember what it was called. You had to look at your text and then you had to remember where all your keys were. You had to do it by memory. So yeah, and then we had computer studies, computing. I like that. Fortunately, I didn't get an O-level pass mark. I missed it by 2%. Unfortunately, but there was no point in questioning it. There was absolutely no point in, you know. So it's the other side of it. Just a quick look, just in case I get any pupils in it. So we're nearly back where we started. So again, it was just a quick blather. Nothing special. It was just nice to get out. I needed to get out for a walk. So I thought I would just take you guys with me. So there's a nice little courtyard as well. Maybe at the weekend when there's no school, I might take you around it. Take you a walk around the school and show you. And the actual site, like the school is on, it used to be a big field, and that's where we had all the vintage car rallies. We had the pipe band championships there. We had the Gala Week, all the floats was there. There used to be a wee house, and that was one of the janitors' houses. Used to be changing rooms for Alness United. They used to play in there as well. So yeah. The playing fields for the kids, they don't have any apart from the all-weather pitches. It's the only playing fields they have now. And all these houses here, that was just in fields. It was just on wasteland. So they decided to build a lot of houses down here. So we're gonna cross the road and go up this way. There's a group of kids coming, so we'll just go up this way. So it's just a wee path going down towards the school that takes away the road. Just a shortcut. And look at all the rubbish that's in here, it's disgusting. And this is all by like sort of most of the wind will take it, but you know, kids coming back to school for lunchtime, after lunchtime, or going home from school. It's used to be alcoholics come down here in the summer and find a wee quiet spot to drink, but they go down by the river now, which I've mentioned in previous videos. The rubbish is just disgusting. It really is. I mean, somebody's just like put carrots out, but it looks as if, I mean, looks as if it's soup mix. I don't know. There's bags of poo hanging from trees, and oh man. So I'll take you across the road. This is Dalmore Road. There we go, we can cross now. This is our local Morrison's and Lidl's down the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to just stop the video here now. So guys, thank you for joining me on my walk this morning. As I said, it was just a quick blather, just to get me out of the house, just to, you know, I badly needed a walk. I haven't done it for a few weeks, so badly needed it. So thank you for joining me, and if you're new to my channel, just subscribe to the channel, Jackie's Toddles. If you like this video, please like it, because it helps with my visibility on Facebook. I'll put this video up later on visibility on YouTube, sorry. I'll put this video on Facebook on my page and Alness Through the Years page, so it's there if you want to see it. So I'll see you again. Right, ta-ta!